truth. We playing at a whole nother level now.
Light skin can't sweat.
Don't you get it? We all in. Ain't no turning back from here. To your nation you pledged. They don't love you till you dead or in jail. Now we gotta switch gears if we should ever prevail. I don't trust a single soul, now I'm back in my shell. My rhyme book's a holy grail, these inscriptions are felt. Death to my former self, cause I'm dead to sin. Lord, give me the strength, cause I dare to win. Broken hearted by the ones that was best of friends. Circumvent all this pain when you bless these hymns. I walk the world with good intentions and found some favor. All these run-ins with the wicked, it had made us courageous. Take me to the embassy, I needs my papers. Touchdown US soil, I'm surrounded by agents. But you really don't love me, I'm just here for entertainment. Pulled over daily, dirty cops trailing. Blood in my eyes, I survived, I'm a legend. Somebody call a reverend in the damn prime minister. Fire on all cylinders, the fear of my lineage got me on this pilgrimage. Steady snapping pictures of me and all my affiliates. But they don't understand how real this life really is. Don't you get it, my Aki? This guerrilla warfare, covert operations been watching us all year. What we have is so rare, but only time will tell. Put a nail in the coffin, Babylon is dead. I'm a modern day Garvey, to my nation I pledge. If they find Don Q, I hope it's off with his head. Double honors to Elijah, keep him spiritually fed. This a general's prayer, half these rappers is squares. I make them get up out they seats like it's musical chairs. Throw your fists in the air, rip this system to shreds. I'm anti-establishment, badger these critics. This a full court press, I've been hacking these figures. Don't you get it, my Aki? This guerrilla warfare, covert operations been watching us all year. What we have is so rare, but only time will tell. Put a nail in the coffin, Babylon is dead. Boxing with the devil on the ropes, got him clenching. Down goes the henchman, evil intentions and these wicked inventions. We can see the future like we watching The Simpsons. My friends turn envious, now they arch nemesis. My cartridge stay loaded like a damn Sega Genesis. Evacuate the premises, them Hebrews looking militant. I've been waiting here tentative, looking at the world burn with a surge of energy. One day the haters must learn, the meek shall inherit the earth, enemies must serve. One day them haters must learn, the meek shall inherit the earth, enemies must serve. I know that it ain't no turning back from here. No turning back from here. I know. No turning back from here. No turning back from here. 3K. Do breathe, they gon' feel it when I preach. They gon' feel it when we preach. Yeah, every time I speak. Every time. Yeah, let's get it. Okay. Hey, yeah. It's like we wrestling for power, and it's time to get the leverage. I've been spinning on these records like Eddie off of Tekken. Lord bless me as a shepherd. Now feel the effervescence. I ain't never selling my soul. Got the feds getting desperate. When I speak, I break the mold. Until the day I'm breathless, I'm a soldier, an untamed warrior. If they tell you different, where the hell they get that story from? Bring them back to the future like I'm pushing a DeLorean. Give us stages, auditoriums. Feel the euphoria every time I'm loaded up. Yeah, you know it's us, big breed, overseas, building with my regime. Make the jealous dry heat every time I live stream. I've been cutting people off like they made a gang green. Gotta keep your circle tight if they got the same dream. We the certified kings that sent to fix the breach. Respected or rejected, they gon' feel it when we preach. Yeah, it's like the Django Unleashed. It's like the Django Unleashed. Keep a sword under the fleece. Keep a sword under the fleece. This is war, can't have no peace. This is war, can't have no peace. This desert storm has been a breach. This desert storm has been a breach. We got the gold about the feast. We got the gold about the feast. It's time to bring it to the streets. It's time to bring it to the streets. Cause we the certified kings. Yeah, and they gon' feel us when we preach. Yeah. Shalom, everybody. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. I want everybody to pound the like button on your way in. I see Jane Doe in the building. Nellie's in the house. What's going on? Charlene's in the building. Son of Thunder. Jamal, Corrine, Daniel, Truth Lover, Brother Xavier, what's going on? King DR. I see you, Lisa. Sean Jones in the building. Okay. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. Welcome in. Hit the like button on your way in. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Before we get started, I want to make sure there's no voice discrepancies whatsoever. So let me know if the audio is coming through crispy and clear. This is a very important broadcast here. All right, I see the ones. All right, all praises. Ladies and gentlemen, America's falling. America is falling. It's inevitable. It's Bible prophecy. And we can expect it to come true. All right? Now, if you're scared, go to the Christian church. All right? Because one thing about it is fear. Fear is one of the most irrational emotions that you can have, because you're allowing something to give you an uncomfortable feeling before it even happens. And you're living your life based on that uncomfortable feeling, and it's dictating how you live your life. So this is for the strong. This is for those who are rational thinkers, people who know how to maneuver and move according to what's going on in the world. So if you're afraid, then you might want to go somewhere where somebody's soothsaying, where somebody is tickling your ears, where somebody is telling you to just act like nothing is happening and put your head back in the sand and stay asleep. You're not going to get that over here. I'm going to give you the harsh reality of what's going on in society. And I'm going to tell you exactly what should be done according to the word of God. Right? So keep in mind, the Most High does not give us the spirit of fear, but of perfect love and harmony. Now, that's great. Lon Diamond says false evidence appearing real. Fear. Absolutely. Now, I want to react to this particular young lady here. What is her name here? Let me make sure I give her name so you all can check her out, because I actually like what she has to say. And what she had to say in this video, I want to add some more to it, because you know, as the saying goes, that iron sharpens iron. If y'all know her name, y'all can throw it in the chat, because I'm looking it up right now. I want to give credit to what credit is due, because I've seen her say a few things that I like, and I can at least give her Instagram tag. Although I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to make it a more proficient message far as the time that we living in. I'm going to add to it. All right. Let me see. Her name is, her tag is Michaela. It's Michaela Salah. So Michaela Salah. All right. Now I'm going to play this video, chime in, and I want everybody to pound the like button. Y'all know how we coming with it. We're going to be bringing scriptures, and we're going to be breaking this thing down. All right, let's go.
Is done. This system is done. It's judgment time. And it's not a matter of what we can do about it. It's a matter of what side are we going to be on.
And that's a fact. It ain't nothing we can do about it, but pick a side, Are you going to stay with the 2/3 and the lost? Are you going to party like it's 1999 with your head in the sand? Are you going to continue to be oblivious and ignorant and stay in the matrix? Or Are you going to move according? Are you going to prepare as the ant, prepare for its season? Are you going to be like Noah and start building your own personal ark? That's the question. Choose sides, which side you want to be on. Anyway, let's go.
The side of the system or under the protection and covering of the Most High?
Now, I'm glad she brung up the protection and the covering of the Most High, because this is very important. Are you going to be on the side of the system or on the side of being protected by the Most High? Now, we know off the break, being under his protection means that you're honoring his law, statutes, and commandments. He's able to put the seal of Yah on you. But is that all it will take? Well, for some, we pray that the Most High have grace and mercy on those who remain in certain environments around certain people who, can be a little bit hard-headed. And then for others, you're going to have to do more than just that. You're going to have to physically make certain changes in your life. But we'll get into it.
Mystery Babylon, America is going to be judged. Why? Because just like the Most High said in his word, Israelites are going to be in a land that you do not know for 400 years. And after those 400 years are up, I'm going to judge that land. And in order for us to know which land he is talking about, we need to acknowledge who the Israelites are, because the Israelites are still in that land the Most High is going to judge. So what should we be doing? Turning away from sin, obeying the Most High and his commandments, because then when judgment happens, we have the Most High's covering. You do know that when the plagues came upon Egypt, the Israelites were still in Egypt.
And this is very true. So some would hear this message and say, okay, all we have to do is honor the law, statutes, and commandments, and we're going to be protected through everything that comes, which to a degree is true. But what are we commanded to do exactly? What are we commanded to do? All right. So this is the important part, because some people will hear this message and they'd be like, okay, well, I'm protected. I know I'm doing right. It is what it is. And that's a great way of looking at this. But if you are ignorant to what he commanded you to do during this time, you can fall prey. Right? Now, it's something I want to bring out to add to what she's saying, right? Just to make it a message of total understanding how to survive the fall of this society here. And make no mistake about it, she's completely right. During ancient Egypt, we were right there when the plagues were happening, and we still survived. But guess what? Egypt ended up going completely under as well. And that's the part I want to bring out. Egypt went completely under. And Moses, man by the name of Moses, had to deliver our people through Egypt. So we need to be clear on this. The people followed the shepherds of the Most High. Now that's very key. The people were obedient and followed the Most High's chosen man to lead them out of the land of their captivity. So we don't want to leave that part out, right? Now, there's something I want to bring forth scripturally in the book of Ezekiel. And what it says is very key. Hold on one moment. Actually, I want to start off in Proverbs. And it's Proverbs 11 and 14. And it says, where no counsel is, the people fail. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Where no counsel is, the people fail. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. So if you're a person who's a lone wolf, you out here by yourself, you in the heart of the city, you in Babylon, but you like, I'm just going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But there's nobody in your city of like mind. You just there all by yourself. There's no multitude of counselors there. There's no safety there. You have to understand that, especially for you ladies. And we're going to get to that. Verse 15. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hateth stewardship is sure. Now watch this. Listen. A gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retain riches. So when the scriptures prophesy that we will leave this place plenteous in goods, it will be strong men who retain the riches. It will be strong men who retain the riches. So sometimes people get in this independent mindset, and a lot of women, they think like this. Well, I'm honoring God's law, statutes, and commandments. Listen, there's some commandments that you're missing, man. One in particular that I want to bring forth is Ephesians 5:22, where it says, "Wives, submit unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything." In everything, Bree. Yes, everything. So you got to understand, you can't just say, you in this land, you in the land of your captivity, you are surrounded by sin, and it's all hell breaking loose, but you're going to be protected, and you're not honoring that law as a woman. You got to understand the Most High has shepherds for a reason. He has shepherds for a reason. So it's time that young ladies like this and men of truth, men of the Most High, just people of truth in general, need to communicate with each other so we can really figure out a sound doctrine. Because she brung up Egypt and how the plagues didn't hit people in Egypt. The doors was marked off with the blood and people wasn't hit. Yeah, there'll come a time in America. We're already living in a time where things are happening all around us, and we're surviving it all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you knew what they were spraying in the air right now, you wouldn't understand why you're living. If you knew what they put in your food, you couldn't understand how you would still be living right now. Literally, the plagues are already here. So the question is, when this place is going into total disarray and destruction, how will the people be delivered if we have this lone wolf mentality? Not saying that she has a lone wolf mentality. Sometimes, you're doing these quick videos, you're just saying what you're saying. But I do like some of the things she have to say. But anyway, let's continue.
They had a covering from the Most High.
Yep, but guess what? A woman's covering is what? What we just read in Ephesians. What did it say? For the husband is the head of the wife, meaning that's your covering, even as Christ is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body. He is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wife, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So when we're talking about salvation and surviving America, surviving Babylon, it's more than just, I'm going to be protected, I'm good. Got to understand that. Ladies, find yourself a man of the Most High. Do what you got to do. If you have a good husband, build that man up, encourage that man. Build with that man and make sure that you're following suit in his direction. Make sure his mind is clear so he can lead you. Do what you can do to boost his confidence so he can lead you out of this stuff. Right? Anyway, let's continue.
But now, even if you are an Israelite, if you're not obeying the Most High and his commandments, you will be judged right along with this system.
And that's a fact. That's nothing but a fact. Like, if you're struggling with certain sins, I don't care how much you know, how book smart you are, how articulate you are, how much history, rich history you know, and you understand your identity. You can fall to the very same plagues as the rest of America. These plagues are hitting right now. These plagues consist of diseases, all kind of famine, all kind of sicknesses will enter your body. Listen, you can fall right with the plagues of Egypt. Make no mistake about it. And I'm saying everybody struggle with certain things, but you have to understand these are things that you must overcome. And you got to know that your life is at jeopardy. And that's why I'm making videos like this, so you can know how critical and serious the time is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we really don't have much time left. Seriously, we really don't. And you want to get your act together. You don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught lacking out here when everything hit the fan and you're not in right standards with the Messiah. Chaz, thanks for the 10, says, why hasn't a country so holy like Israel never stepped up and condemned unholy America? Why are they only patsy citizens in a land full of brown Arabs and Africans is to control the oil? I mean, you make some valid points, but you got to understand they all of the dragon. The whole entire infrastructure, the whole system, if you will, they're all of the dragon. That's why. To answer your question, that's why. This whole earth is under the hands of the wicked until the children of Israel are ruling. So I think that was a rhetorical question. I think you already knew the answer. But let's continue.
America knows that her time is up. She's just counting on you to be ignorant about it. America is done. This system is done. It's judgment time. And it's not a matter of what we can do about it. It's a matter of what side are we going to be on? The side of the system or under the protection and covering of the Most High? And
the protection of the covering of the Most High is very real. A lot of us have already been under the protection and the covering. Psalms 91 and 1 tells us, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Now that's real important. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Now the truth will provoke you to make certain moves as well. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right, and it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. So make no mistake about it. Some of you all will have such grace over you, and y'all be in certain secluded areas, and you be seeing people fall all around you. You'll be walking through the valley of the shadow of the death, and nothing will touch you. Nothing will touch you. I don't care. You could be in the heart of the worst city possible, and the Most High will not allow anything to touch you. So there will be some people who will have liberty to see the enemies fall. There'll be some people that'll see that. So let's make no mistake about it. When it comes to what's going to happen here in America, the Most High is going to do something totally new. It's going to be a new thing being done. And then the wicked can't even touch you. Crazy. But let's continue here.
Mystery Babylon, America is going to be judged. Why? Because just like the Most High said in his word, Israelites are going to be in a land that you do not know for 400 years. And after those 400 years are up, I am going to judge that land. And in order for us to know which land he is talking about, we need to acknowledge who the Israelites are, because the Israelites are still in that land the Most High is going to judge. So what should we be doing? Turning away from sin, obeying the Most High and his commandments, because then when judgment happens, we have the Most High's covering. You do know that when the plagues came upon Egypt, the Israelites were still in Egypt.
Yeah, she makes that point. The Israelites were still in Egypt, but we went over that. The Israelites were also delivered from Egypt before it was totally destroyed by Moses.
They had a covering from the Most High. But now, even if you are an Israelite, if you're not obeying the Most High and his commandments, you will be judged right along with the system.
And that's a fact. Now, there's another brother
that I would like to. There's a brother that I would like to react to as well, and he's speaking about the fall of Babylon, and I think it's important that we talk about this. The downfall of America, aka Babylon.
I'm sick and tired of people portraying an image like this is the greatest country of all time and that we will never fall. I'm here to tell you, listen to what I'm fixing to say, because America itself, aka Babylon.
I hate when they put this music in here. I don't want to get hit with no copyright. I have no idea what's going on with this song here. Um, I may have to just go to scripture on him. Dang, y'all got to stop with this music. I know y'all want to go with a dramatic effect, but it really does make no difference having a little sad music in it. Just speak your mind. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds at a time, stop and go. If you're wondering why I'm stopping and going, I'm not trying to get hit with copyright. Fair use.
But Ryan, we have more guns in this country than actual people. We'll never fall. You mean the same country where people are working 3 or 4 jobs and working 100 hours a week to not even get by anymore?
Right. People are working hours upon hours, and they're not even able to make ends meet, man. That makes no sense. And the scriptures tell us about this, that people will be working and not getting what they need. Chaz, thanks for the support, says they are not natural to the region and simply there to control what runs the world. Think about what a race really means. It's about the advancing there and strategically their position for control. Absolutely. Thank you for the support, brother. But we're not really speaking about what's going on over there. We're talking about America right now, bro. I know you're trying to focus on what's going on across the sea, but we're sticking to what's going on right here. And the scriptures tell us plain as day. In Revelations chapter 18, verse 2 says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit, and every cage of unclean, hateful birds. Now, this is very important. This place has become the habitation of every foul spirit, every devil, ladies and gentlemen. This is why they got the letter people in the schools. This is why the AI is being rolled out here first, all through football games, basketball games, sporting events. This is why you got fake chickens, fake meat, fake pigeons, fake birds. Literally, what the scriptures say, abominable birds. It's literally describing America. You got clones, you got different entities walking down the streets. You can't tell the males from the females from the males. Child abduction is at an all-time high. The prison industrial complex is pretty much fueling the country. There's all kind of moral disarray and decay here. So when it says the home of every foul spirit, the Bible not lying. This is the only place in the world in elementary school they teaching kids that they have to decide their own gender. And then they're threatening to take these children from the parents if the parents don't agree with the imagination of a child. If your little boy say he feel like he's a little girl inside and the parents correct that, hey, listen, you liable to be in prison for that. Nowhere in the world other than this place that happens. There's absolutely no respect for authority here, nothing. America's a horrible place. Huey Graham, thank you for the 20, says, thank you for all you do. Peace to everyone in the chat. Thank you, fam. I appreciate the support.
More, they're damn near next to homeless. Oh, you talking about that country where everybody's on some type of medication? You can't even turn your TV on without seeing a commercial of some type of medication.
Facts. Everybody here is drugged up, y'all. They got everybody on psychotropics. Prescription pills everywhere. In a lot of the inner cities, it's looking like zombie wastelands there. There's unknown drugs that people are on, and they walking around like Night of the Living Dead out here. I'm telling you, man. And then the drugs got more. The drugs got more like problems than helping. Yep, somebody said, yeah, big pharma is just straight taking people out, man. Only in America is like that. JD Mosley, thank you for the support, fam. I appreciate it. Chosen One, thank you for the $50 super sticker. I appreciate the support, fam. Thank y'all for supporting the work.
Being shoved down your throat. You talking about this country? Not to mention this country's so full of hate now. You've got men hating women and women hating men.
Exactly. I mean, literally, the battle of the sexes. You know, everybody's painting with a broad brush. A lot of people, due to their personal experiences, they get online and they basically projecting. And a lot of these guys be incels. A lot of these females be hating men. And a lot of these guys are frustrated. A lot of these women are frustrated with their personal issues. So they get online and sow discord. And you got these situations where it ain't no trust among man and woman. And the people who are the worst, that's the people that they promote the most. The people who are very one-sided with everything, the people with no balance. The people who can turn turn man against woman or woman against man, those are the people who get put on the top. They get pushed all through the algorithm and everything. Anthony Negron says Jacob's name means the supplanter. Not only will he supplant his brother Esau, but any nation who rule over him. America is next. Exactly. The scripture says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the world that follows. Chaz says it all has to do about here and everywhere. These disgusting evil demons are positioning themselves to eradicate everyone that's not like them, brother. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Yep, and then you got some Rebel for Almighty says you got fake Israelites out here fighting like Power Rangers. Exactly. That's why I don't get caught up in that religious stuff and these little groups and cults and camps and all of that. We need to be focusing on nation building. That's what the main focus should be.
And the black man hating the white man and the white man hating the black man. There's not
right. That's the whole paradigm that the Illuminati want. They want black man to hate the white man and white man to hate the black man. Really, we should be working together. And then you got a lot of people who just speaking this racist rhetoric. Let me make this very clear. Over here, I'm not with that pro-black, pro-militant. I'm not with any of that. I'm with whoever my brothers are who are like-minded, who want to do something and make moves accordingly. So if you come over here for the racist, back and forth nonsense, you come into the wrong place. You come into the wrong place. Let's make this very clear. They use us to divide because it's divide and conquer, man. It was very few families that actually owned slaves in the transatlantic slave trade. And although, some of these people's ancestors, they, reap the benefits, let's make this clear. There's still some Gentiles, some Caucasian brothers and sisters who want best for us. But if we standing in the way of ourselves and we not representing and we going to war with each other, how could they be of any assistance when the only example they see is us beefing with each other? How could they step in and proclaim truth if we're not even leading by example? So you got to think about how we're carrying ourselves. Seriously. That's just like you had the cowboy that was talking about, look, we the chosen ones, they waiting on us. It's time for us to lead by example. We can treat each other right. Then the Gentiles who are looking for guidance and leadership and want the children of Israel to be in a proper position, then we're apt to lead them the right direction. But we got to get our act together. and stop banging against each other. That's 100 for real. Let's go.
Non-stop hate. The government knows that. United we stand, divided we fall.
Facts. United we stand, divided we fall, y'all.
Right now we are beyond divided. I call it the 3 Ds. Distract them, you drug them, and you divide them, and the whole country's over with. But Ryan, how is America gonna fall? Pay attention. You infiltrate their country with quote-unquote illegal immigrants.
Exactly. And this is what I've been saying, man, for weeks now. Y'all got to understand, this has to be war when they're not supporting the United States citizens whatsoever. They're not giving you anything. You don't have no type of assistance, nothing. But they keep allowing all these immigrants over that are soldier ages. Do that add up? Do that make any logical sense to y'all? I'm telling you, the scriptures tell us. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So all of the merchants of the earth have become rich with America. They all drunk her wine of fornication. Now they all want to set up democracies. Now they all want to be just like America. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not in her plagues. So the Bible says, come out of her, my people. Because it's so wicked there that you'll end up partaking in her sins. It's a thick fog in the air. It's so easily accessible. Sin is all around you. Unless you make a decision to come out of this place, start to move physically out of it as well. Unless you start to move out of it, the sin is so heavy, you bound to slip back into it. You bound to be a partaker. See, now people not going to admit this. People not going to admit that living in the cities, they struggling. They trying to follow the Most High. They trying to do what's right, but the sin is just grabbing you. Why? You don't belong there. You need an atmospheric change. You need to make a conscious decision to leave it all behind. You will be surprised what happened when you remove yourself from certain locations, y'all. You'll be surprised when you take yourself out of a city and you move yourself into a rural area, a country area, somewhere where it's peace, where there's land, where there's fruit, where there's vegetation, where there's like-minded people, where there's a lot of God energy there, because the people that you're surrounded by are of the faith, and it's iron sharpening iron, and everybody's striving for excellence in one place. You cannot possibly even begin to cultivate that atmosphere in a lot of these places y'all live in. I'm telling you. For some of y'all, now some of y'all on different levels. You got to use discretion. If you one struggling, one battling, one striving, best believe I've been there before. Everything I'm saying, I'm telling you because I've been there before. I've been in this truth for years, y'all. I've been in this truth for nearly 15 years of my life. I know that there's ups, downs. There's times where you get bitter. There's times where you grow cold. There's times where you struggle. There's times where you battle with your vices. There's times where you relapse. There's just ups and downs and trials and tribulations you face. There's times where you got to pack up and move because, you know, you went to a place where it wasn't good for your spirit. It just was heavy on your soul. So make no mistake about it. The reason why y'all can relate to the message is because I've been there. I've been there. Let me see here. Let's go.
Thousands, if not millions of them, and you place them strategically all throughout the United States.
Yeah, them soldiers are placed all over the place, y'all. All through the states.
when in reality, they're United Nations troops waiting on an order. You label them on the news as illegal immigrants so that nobody in their country freaks out when they realize there's a whole nother military in our country right now.
Exactly. And I've been telling y'all this. And it's I find it amazing since I've been saying this. I've been seeing a lot of people saying this on social media. Not saying the brother got it from me, but I said this like a few streams ago. Now I'm hearing a lot of people reiterate what I said. You know, if it's a content creator that got it from me, just give me some credit. Just give me credit for pointing that out. That's all I ask. But it is what it is. That's how it is, man. A lot of soldiers out there.
And then they create a major event such as a government bombing at one of our cities or saying that somebody's attacking us.
Exactly. That's what I said in that same video. I said all you got to wait for is the Nero attack. So this brother is literally repeating what I said. Not saying he got it from me, but I definitely have brung all this up. I brung up Nero and how they would and how Nero burnt his own buildings down in ancient Rome, blamed it on us, and then they'll send a whole nother army, soldiers at us that don't have no horse in the race. There'll be foreign troops. Talked about that. But let's continue.
And then they're going to round up our military and deploy them to another country. Not to mention, they're going to create a draft and round up every last patriot they can find who would swear to protect this country and everyone in it, and they're going to deploy them to another country. Once they do this, it's easy breezy. They deploy the United Nations troops to go door to door, such as they done in the 1940s, and all throughout generations, governments have always destroyed their own people. They know they have to do this because America is a lot harder to take over than every other country because we're armed to the teeth. I just want you to know when the United Nations comes door to door, they don't have good intentions for you and your family.
Yeah, that's real talk. They did this in Nazi Germany. They've done this time and time again. The scriptures go on to tell us. And this is in Revelations. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. And God have remembered her iniquities. Now, peep what it says right here. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. Now, we're supposed to give this place double what she gave us. So this is how you really supposed to feel about America, for what it's done to your ancestors, how it's been drunk from the blood of the saints, how it's pillaged and destroyed your communities. So when I'm giving this holy fire, and I'm crying aloud, sparing not, I'm giving her double what she gave my ancestors. My ancestors cry from the grave for us to speak this truth. The spirit in you got to be ignited. Give her double what she gave us, according to her works. Verse 7 says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. But she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen. I am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Now, ain't that the mind frame of the modern woman who seems to be ruling over the man in America? All the masculinity is being destroyed. Isn't that the same attitude? Half of these women running around narcissistic with borderline personality disorders. Why? Because they have that same Babylonian whore mentality. Nothing to happen to me. Eat it and wipe up their mouth and say, I've done no evil. That's the spirit of America. You see these little hot girls running around with the attitude? That's the spirit of America. I'm telling you, man. It's that same vibe. It's the energy that we got to endure as men of the Most High every day. We got to feel this weird, feminist, strange, haughty, arrogant energy every day. Knowing that our sons, if they lift their voice too loud, They're a target. They're trying to stop our sons for displaying masculinity. They want to stop us from displaying masculinity and righting the wrongs with our own women and children. With this haughty Jezebel spirit, it's an energy. America is a whole energy, y'all. Exactly what these scriptures saying. This is the energy of America, y'all. It says again. Oh, this is crazy. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit as a queen. While all these women run around calling out they queens. I am no widow and shall see no sorrow. The arrogance. Verse 8. Therefore her plagues shall come in one day. Death, mourning, famine. She shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who judges her. And all the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So you're going to have people mourning over the destruction of this place. They're going to be mourning while this place is cooking. And it says, what it say is going to happen? Death, destruction, mourning, pain, fire is going to come here because strong is the Lord that judges her. This is Bible right here. If you scared, go to the Christian church. They ain't going to tell you about this. They're not going to read these scriptures. They're going to leave this whole chapter out. How many of y'all heard this in y'all's church? Chaz, thank you for the contribution. Says the president of our country or any other has condemned racism. We need to start loving each other and stop with the bullish. Be careful not to cuss in my chat, bro. But thank you for the support. It says, oh, we might need to step aside and watch these chumps fight for what they think is their world. Right, understand, bro. Understood. It goes on to say, and we in Revelations. And the kings of the earth who committed fornication, we read that part. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city of Babylon, that mighty city, for as in 1 hour thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep upon over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Nobody's going to be getting rich off of Babylon anymore. So it's going to be people crying just because they're not gaining the money no more from the people, because the people are becoming stock. That's why you working for free. That's why you only working just to pay bills and not be able to save up. Because there's other people getting rich off of your backs. This is why we're not getting paid what we deserve. This is why immigrants are getting your money. This is why there is no type of aid coming to people who built the country. This is why they treat the veterans the way they treat them. Have them go out here and fight these wars, get limbs blown off, get mental damage, get sicknesses and viruses. And they don't help these people. This is why they putting people in the nursing homes and they brung the you-know-what out and start taking out people at the nursing homes. Remember when it came? When the you-know-what came and they wouldn't even let you go to the nursing home, because guess what? Those people can't work no more. This country don't care about its elderly. The place where you'll never own anything. Why? Because the other countries are getting rich. And when it gets destroyed, they're going to mourn. They're going to be like, damn, now who we going to use like a whore? Now who we going to use like a $2 304 and get all the money and then take it back to our country and live fat and live luxurious off of the backs of the people who've been working. So they're going to mourn when the world is going to mourn when Babylon falls. Yeah, we got to pay to live. You damn near got to pay $100 for some air. Pretty soon they're going to have an air bill. Can't even go outside and breathe. Did you pay your air bill today? Yeah, America has pimped the F out. Real talk. The scriptures go on to tell us, and we in Revelations chapter 17. And it says, and we in verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, mother of harlots, and the abomination of the earth. And I saw women, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, her which have the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Now the 7 heads and the 10 horns are the nations. These are the United Kingdom. These are the United Nations that the brother's talking about in the video. The United Nations is the beast with the 10 horns. Yeah, somebody said carbon tax is real. I'm telling you.
Understand this. They will tell you, come with us. We're here to take you to a safe place and your family to a safe place, such as they did in the 1940s with the Jews. They told them at first, get on the train. We're taking your family to a nice camp. But nobody knew that they were like sheep going to a slaughterhouse. The stage is being
All right, so whatever.
set, folks, for the
No comment on that.
Antichrist to rise. This is all biblical. We're in the last days, and war is coming here on this soil.
Now, this is what I add some commentary here. The Antichrist is the system. In Paul's writings, he tells you, even in his day, there were many Antichrists. The Antichrist is a spirit, sir. The Antichrist moves through people. We're not waiting for one man to be the Antichrist. Joe Biden is an Antichrist. William Gates, Antichrist. There's a lot of Antichrists. The spirit moves through certain kings of the earth. Daniel 7:17, these great beasts which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth. Kingdoms that shall rise out of the earth. Somebody said the man of perdition. You gotta understand. You waiting for, see, this is what the Christian church teaches. Yeah, George Soros is an antichrist. Barack Obama was an antichrist. We could name a lot of antichrists. But see, the Christians want you to wait for one man to rise into power so you can say to yourself, all right, that's the Antichrist. It doesn't work like that. Christopher Columbus was an Antichrist. Elon Musk, Antichrist. So the spirit moves through people.
And be ready to defend your family, and most of all, be in the Bible. Stay away from worldly things. Don't get caught up in worldly things. Lead your family close to God every single night and pray that he protects you during these last days, because I'm telling you, terrible times. The Bible says,
and that's what the scriptures tell you. It tells you to pray that you may be counted worthy to survive these days that we live in. That's scripture. It says, pray that you may be worthy through all these trials, because it's going to get real out here. I would be doing you all a major disservice if I didn't explain to you how real it was going to get out here. I'll be doing you a major disservice if I just told you to stick your head in the sand and everything is going to be okay. I'm not into tickling your ears like that. I'm going to let you know it's going to get bad. It's going to get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie, because then you won't be prepared for the war. You have to get spiritually armed right now. Put away old things. And it's going to get serious, where you're going to have your discernment on the next level. You know, you have to be watchful and vigilant in these times.
that these are the worst times that will ever be in history. This is not to scare you. This is not fear mongering. This is what's fixing to happen.
Exactly. A lot of people throw the word fear mongering around like they don't even understand it. It's like fear mongering is if I'm telling you something and I'm not giving you no solutions. Let me give you an example. A fear mongerer will make a video and say, "Yo, it's coming, y'all," and they'll have this old shock face. They'll be looking all crazy and they'll tell you something is coming, but they're not giving you any solution. You understand? Like they don't have no answers. They will have no answers at all. Right? Let me give you an example. They have no answers. They're not proactive. They don't have no solutions. They're not moving towards the direction of helping the people, but they'll scare the people and then leave the people out in the cold. It's like, all right, you telling me that this is going to happen. You telling me that's going to happen. You telling me this is going to happen. All right, I believe you. Let's say I believe you. What do? If a man don't have an answer, tangible solutions for what you can do, that's a false prophet. That's a fear monger. That's an individual that's trying to line their pockets off of the fear of the people. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Chaz, thanks for the support. Says Anthony Blinken looks like one of those. Come on, bro. We ain't gonna do that. Let's not talk about them people. I can't even read that whole comment. You know how social media is. It's a certain group of people that you just don't even want to talk about on here on social media. If you want to know of who's who, then you know. Ain't no need to bring up those people over there across the water. We know who we are. Listen, we the real Israelites. Black people, you're the real Israelites. Don't worry about them other people. Don't worry about anybody pretending to be you, none of that. The truth is going to come to the forefront. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to talk about those people at all. Leave them alone. Leave them people alone. Let's talk about let's talk about our solution. Now, for those who don't know, because I know there's a lot of new people joining this, joining the channel and whatnot. I think they're finally trying to break the shadow ban. At least I'm trying to break it. Hopefully they release it because they've been just unsubscribing people and stuff like that. But for the new people over here, I'm not one of those people that just get on here and talk. If you check my videos, I've done land walks. We own over 100 acres of land in North Carolina. I've been to Liberia. I met Madam Vice President Liberia. We have access to thousands of acres of land in Liberia. They pretty much rolled out the welcome mat for us to build on said land. It was the same land that was offered to Marcus Garvey, and it's right around a land called Eden. And we are proactive in building. I have my own ecosystem. It's called the Love Note system. When you go to newbreed.love, we have our own. It's actually functioning as a coupon now, but later on we hope it to be functioning as a currency, an active current. And it's to basically have our own economy as people. We use donations and contributions to buy material for our land. We have water pumps there. We have generators there. We have RVs there. We want it to be a place that has small homes. We wanted to have a campgrounds, and we wanted to be an RV site. Pretty soon I'll be going back on the land, and we'll be doing another land walk, doing some type of workshop. So, I'm active. So when I talk about what's going on in the last days, I'm active in a sense of moving my people towards self-sufficiency, because we could talk about, how, they are basically keeping us oppressed and how food is going up, groceries, gas, living. We could talk about all those things, but here's the issue. If we're not going to make no moves to make sure we're self-sufficient, then what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like I'm not just on here talking. I'm not just on here trying to scare you, quote unquote. I'm actually trying to provoke you to make moves and to think differently. And I would love you all, like-minded people, to plug in and be of some assistance to what we have going. And if you would like to get involved, we want ladies and gentlemen. Y'all will gather.us/brotherhood, or y'all will gather.us/sisterhood. And for people who inbox me on Instagram, like, yo, Breed, I heard about the land. I seen the land walk. Yo, I want to know how I can get involved. I tell you every video how to get involved. So please do not inbox me on my personal Instagram and ask me how to get involved. When we have a whole staff, we have a whole team that can direct you. I'm only one man. I can't respond to a bunch of emails or a bunch of Instagram inboxes asking how you can get involved when I tell you in the video. Y'all will gather.us/sisterhood or /brotherhood. That's how you get involved. All right. Chaz, thanks for the 5 cents. Stop advertising more about the land and when can we move there? Start advertising more about the land and when can we move there? Well, we can move there when we have enough people who are ready to work, because it's going to take work. We can move there when we are successful with gathering enough funds to get the land developed. We can't live there with no electricity. You understand? We can't live on the land without the finances needed. So, maybe we can get some kind of GoFundMe going. There's a lot of things that we're thinking about doing to try to raise the funds to get the land developed for the people. Because, just getting it off of contributions alone through the Love Note site, y'all seen what we were able to do, but we should be doing a lot more. And this is why I've attempted, and we got some brothers that we're networking with, because it's going to take more than just me. We need a collective group of brothers and sisters who are like-minded, who are for the mission. Yeah, we're going to build some teeny houses, man. We might be able to gut out some buses, stuff like that. And imagine you not having no rent. You will have no rent. It won't be no mortgage. The land will pay for itself. And you'll be among like-minded people. That's the goal. All right. So let me see. Spiritual artist says, I feel like a teeny home would be very nice. Yep. Somebody said container homes. Well, we're going to do what we can do. But we are working. And, it's not going to happen overnight. But, we're going to get that thing going. So, yeah, that's what it's all about, working together. All praises to the Most High, man. Look, I want to thank each and every one of y'all, for everybody who support this ministry and support the work that's being done. Newbreed.love. To every $10 donation, you get yourself a love note, and you can actually use those love notes as a coupon for future purchases off the site. So it's a real blessing to use the love note system. It stimulates our economy. And some of the funds go towards developing our land that some of y'all gonna end up living on one day. So it'll be in your best interest to support your interest. Listen, I love each and every one of y'all. It's such an honor to build with y'all. I want y'all to be blessed. Turn the post notification bell on so you can get videos as they're being uploaded. Thank y'all so much. I want y'all to have a blessed evening. Be safe out there if y'all go out. Beware. It is the month of October. A lot of witches, warlocks, demons, Jezebels, wizards. Y'all just be careful. If y'all gonna go out, make sure you in places with good energy. Do an energy check. Walk in there, the vibes is off, walk out. You know what I'm saying? You go somewhere tonight, the vibes ain't right, then you're gonna have to slide straight like that. Be safe out here. Listen to your insight, intuition, be safe. Look, I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Shalom and peace.